So we got recommended this video from a commenter on one of our other videos, of course, kind of like about the United States. This is from the show The Newsroom, and it's called America is Not the Greatest Country in the World Anymore. Apparently this was like a big viral clip in other countries around the world. Probably mostly Europe, maybe some Australia, Canada, stuff like that. But I've never seen it, I don't think, so apparently it didn't catch on. I believe The Newsroom was like a decently big show, so this clip was probably seen, but I'm curious.
To answer the title, America's not the greatest country in the world anymore, obviously that's true. That's why Donald is trying to make America great again, obviously.
Salute the stars and stripes and start singing the Pledge of Allegiance, or the national anthem, whatever you want.
He's doing a stupendous job at making it great again right now by crashing the economy and doing all the other stuff he's done.
It's short-term pain for long-term gain, dude. That's what he said.
Conservatives always wanted that.
I know. Suddenly. All right, let's jump into it. Here we go.
Let's move on to the next question. Go ahead.
Hi, my name is Jenny. I'm a sophomore, and this is for all three of you. Can you say in one sentence or less what... you know what I mean. Can you say why America is the greatest country in the world?
Diversity and opportunity.
Lewis?
I do want to say, like, you wouldn't think, like, just some random, like, he doesn't seem like a hardcore, like, patriot. That'd be like, stars and stripes are in my blood. But, this is a common thing. Like, people like her, just a normal American, they would assume that. That's what we were taught our whole life.
Yeah. It's, there's a lot of pride in, and even, like, the schools that I feel like we went to, like, history wasn't, like, super pro-America, but still just had so much about America. Like, I remember my history teacher not being the most pro-America person, but still the, like, stuff being taught is just insane about how, like, America is the center of the world, basically.
It is interesting that in the United States, like teachers specifically, a lot of times are generally more liberal. But that's still ingrained in your head as America's the best, America's the best, somehow. It's so weird.
Diversity and opportunity.
Lewis?
Freedom and freedom. So let's keep it that way.
Will?
The New York Jets.
No. I'm going to hold you to an answer on that. What makes America the greatest country in the world?
Well, Lewis and Sharon said it. Diversity and opportunity and freedom and freedom.
I'm not letting you go back to the airport without answering the question.
The music.
Well, our Constitution is a masterpiece. James Madison was a genius. The Declaration of Independence is, for me, the single greatest piece of American writing. You don't look satisfied.
One's a set of laws and the other's a declaration of war. I want a human moment from you. What about the people? Why is America
not the greatest country in the world, Professor? That's my answer.
You're saying...
Yes.
Let's talk about...
Fine. Sharon, the NEA is a loser. Yeah, it accounts for a penny out of our paycheck, but he gets to hit you with it anytime he wants. It doesn't cost money. It costs votes. It costs airtime and column inches. You know why people don't like liberals? Because they lose. If liberals are so fucking smart, how come they lose so goddamn always?
Hey.
And with this...
I mean... The Democrats think they're the smartest, like they're the most smug, and then they just lose all the time.
They're so worried about their image. Like, everything has to be perfect image. I mean, my gosh, it's sometimes, obviously, making mistakes is fine, and not worrying to please every single person.
The fact is that they try to please the psychopaths on the Republican side. They like try to be like, guys, we also want you to be part of us too. Come on. And then when Donald Trump is ripping apart the country, they try to remain civil. They try to remain civil with somebody who doesn't want to play civilly. It's so crazy. And then they lose. And then people don't like losers.
Face, you're going to tell students that America is so star-spangled awesome that we're the only ones in the world who have freedom? Canada has freedom. Japan has freedom. The UK, France, Italy, Germany, Spain, Australia, Belgium has freedom. So 207 sovereign states in the world, like 180 of them have freedom.
All right.
And yeah, you, sorority girl, just in case you accidentally wander into a voting booth one day, there's some things you should know. And one of them is, there is absolutely no evidence to support the statement that we're the greatest country in the world. We're 7th in literacy, 27th in math, 22nd in science, 49th in life expectancy, 178th in infant mortality, 3rd in median household income, number 4 in labor force, and number 4 in exports. We lead the world in only 3 categories: number of incarcerated citizens per capita, number of adults who believe angels are real, and defense spending, where we spend more than the next 26 countries combined, 25 of whom are allies. Now, none of this is the fault of a 20-year-old college student, but you nonetheless are, without a doubt, a member of the worst generation ever. So when you ask what makes us the greatest country in the world, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Yosemite?
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
Yosemite might be one of the most beautiful places in the world.
The U.S. is definitely up there with nature-wise.
Man, I mean, I feel like I literally say those things to people.
And like people always bring up the dang economy about how good the economy is. But if the economy was so good, why would there be so many incarcerated individuals? And why would the education be worse than other countries? And why would the healthcare be worse than other countries and all this stuff?
The economy doesn't actually matter when all the money just goes funneling to the top few people. It's crazy. And then people just use that as a propaganda piece to be like, look, America's so rich. Look at all this money in our stock market.
Sure used to be. We stood up for what was right. We fought for moral reasons. We passed laws, struck down laws for moral reasons. We waged wars on
talking about
poverty,
Reagan,
poor
right?
people.
Yes, Reagan. That's a joke, by the way. Not
Joke.
Reagan.
We sacrificed. We cared about our neighbors. We put our money where our mouths were, and we never beat our chest. We built great big things, made ungodly technological advances, explored the universe, cured diseases, and we cultivated the world's greatest artists and the world's greatest economy. We reached for the stars, acted like men. We aspired to intelligence. We didn't belittle it. It didn't make us feel inferior.
Now people say don't go to
We didn't identify
school,
ourselves by
don't
who
get
we voted
educated.
for in the last election, and we didn't scare so easy. We were able to be all these things and do all these things because we were informed by great men who were revered. First step in solving any problem is recognizing there is one. America is not the greatest country in the world anymore.
Ouch.
Enough?
If you don't like it, leave. That's all I can say.
Cool video, good message, but I'm redacting
move on to the
everything
next
in that
question.
video, and I don't believe it anymore because realistically, he would not have 3 full minutes to speak without someone interrupting him. That is inaccurate.
They would have started booing in the crowd, and like somebody on the stage would be like, no, God, Bible, America. Dun, dun, dun,
The
dun,
mediator would have cut him off 5 minutes ago.
Oh,
even though the
for
video's
sure.
4 minutes long.
The only dang person in the past however many years that had the balls to say that was Bernie. The best, wealthiest country in the world. Shouldn't we have all these things that all these less rich countries have?
And his own party struck him down.
It's very interesting. But yeah, that's the thing. We're not the best country in the world over here anymore. It could be if people put the resources in, the government put the resources in, maybe got rid of some of these bad actors, i.e. the billionaires, but that'll never happen. It's too far gone.
You hear the word like billion, you're like, oh, 1 billion, that's a lot. And then the fact that some of them have 300 billion.
And
We
then
have
most
to pull ourselves
Americans-
up by our bootstraps and get a $7.25 wage per hour and start our own business at the same time and then make $20 billion.
I just saw a video. It's just an extra thing. I just saw a video where it was like one of those finance gurus, and he's like, Right now is the perfect time to invest because the stock market is crashing. Go get a second or third job, make extra money, and then put it all into the stock market.
The traders think that like everyone is stupid. Obviously, if the stock market's going down, it's going to go back. Oh, well, you would hope it would go back up eventually. You'd think everyone's also going to be investing in it. And then, well, it goes down. It's not like special that you can invest when it goes down.
Go get a second and third job. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hopefully you enjoyed. Let us know some cool videos like this that we should check out. And you'll get to hear us rant. Isn't that fun?
More ranting.
See you in the next one. Bye.